Creativity, Cerberus, the three-headed dog. Creativity is like the three-headed mythological dog, Cerberus. It pulls you in different directions. One direction, the creative mind, always coming up with new ideas. They're at the ready to inspire you. But then there's also the head that is called self-doubt. That head will question your every move. It wants to get in your way. It wants to hold you back. And then the third head is something in the middle. Maybe it is the middle head. And it is what your heart truly desires. Now, the creative head is always prompting you with new ideas, different directions. It is a lot like the bright, shiny object, that thing that's going to pop up. You might be working on writing a novel, for example, and then the creativity head of Cerberus pops up and it says, well, you're not really getting very far on that novel, but what if you did a landscape painting instead? Remember those art supplies that you bought last year? They're still sitting in your basement. You haven't even cracked the plastic open. So why don't you go down there and pick up those paints? And while you're at it, you better run out to Michael's and buy yourself some new canvases. And while you're there, I'm going to show you a few other things that you can spend your time and money on. Meanwhile, that self-doubt head is quietly shaking its head back and forth. And it's saying things like, who are you kidding? You never finish anything. You're not very good. Your novel, it's never going to go anywhere. You're just going to shove it to the back of your file folders. Well, you're not even going to bother wasting the paper to print it out. It's just going to be some unnamed file that lingers on your hard drive or in the Google folder of your documents. And then the middle head. The middle head is your heart's desire. It knows your passions. It knows what you truly want to accomplish. But you don't really know how to get there. There's always some blockade. And if you keep listening to the imaginative, creative head, always starting something new, never taking the steps to finish it up, and also listening to that self-doubt head constantly knocking you down, remembering your biggest faux pas and failures. And both of those on either side of that middle head that just wants to leave a legacy. It just wants to make a mark on the world. It just wants to paint a pretty picture to hang on your wall. The creative head says, nobody cares about your art anyway. And did you see that new fad? Resins? Why don't you give that a try? You like jewelry. Go buy some beads. that dresser that you stripped 2 years ago? Get some sandpaper and work on that for a couple hours. And self-doubt says, you're never going to finishing that bureau. It's kind of ugly anyway. Maybe just bring it over to Salvation Army. But the middle head is silent. It's waiting for permission. It wants to do good work. And it can't even hear itself think because of all the noise from the other two heads. Well, I'm here to say you can do it. You can do it. You can win this battle. Think of it this way. You can buy a muzzle and quiet a barking dog, but it's just going to start whimpering. And that pathetic whimpering is going to really pull at your heartstrings. Instead, let the creativity reign. Let it flow. Think about all of the possible things that you could get into. Make a list. Capture those ideas. These days it's easier than ever. Open up the Google Doc app. It now has voice recording, and speech to text is better than it ever has been before. If it's not perfect, that's all right. Nobody's perfect, but you can copy that text into an AI, ChatGPT, and with the instructions to clean this up a bit, it will do the task for you. It can generate a list for you from the garbage of the text that you speak into a Google document. Capture all the ideas and organize those ideas. Think about the various art forms. Literary art. Maybe you're going to start writing a novel. Keep writing a novel. Finish writing a novel. All of the different phases of being a novelist, or a short story writer, or a poet. Visual arts. Yes, you can paint that landscape. You can open up that unused box of oil paints. You can pick up that virgin brush, dip it into some water, and make a mark on that huge canvas. I give you permission. Fiber arts. I have so many yards of fabric, pieces that I have purchased over the years with no real idea of what to do with them. Well, I can begin by listing out a specific pieces of fabric and generate a few ideas. I'll make a vest. I'll make a pair of pants. I'll make a dress. I'll make a new purse cover. Environmental arts. That has to do with your environment. Are you a gardener? An interior designer? Do you love to put new color on your walls? Do it. Or make a list of those ideas. I'm going to paint the far wall in the living room a deep burgundy color. And you don't even have to do it just by capturing the idea, it helps that idea become more real. Culinary arts. I have long thought about writing up the recipes of my childhood. I have my own recipe box filled with cards that are tattered and stained from years of use. These recipes sometimes date back to my childhood. One recipe for molasses crinkles and meringues that my sister's friend Cindy wrote out for me. Cindy passed away last year, too young, but I never had the chance to tell her just how much I love that recipe. I can write that recipe, I can speech to text, I can share that recipe in a folder that I also share with my children and maybe anybody else that cares. Industrial arts. Those art forms industrial arts, those art forms that use the hard materials like wire and wood and clay. You don't even have to endeavor. You don't even have to buy a block of clay. Write down your idea. Any of these things are going to help to quiet that creative head of Cerberus. And now, how do you deal with self-doubt? One easy way to deal with self-doubt is to acknowledge that it's there. It's real. And you know what? That's okay. We all have a bit of self-doubt that troubles us. Use this incantation. Cerberus and your head of self-doubt, I see you. I know you're there. Guess what? I am stronger. I have power over you. I know that I'm pretty good. And if I'm not, I can learn. If I make mistakes, they are just lessons along the way. So we've got one head over here, that creativity head of Cerberus, and we've got the other head over here, that head that is called self-doubt. And then this, the head right in the middle, that is us. That is our passion. Quiet those two other heads. Don't muzzle them. Give them their voice of their own. But then that middle head, it's going to feel happier. It's going to make steps. It's going to bring your art into reality, into a tangible presence. I'm Dr. B, the Creativity Sensei, and I am here to inspire you, yes you, to do your art. Put in the comments, what are you working on? How can we help each other? I'm here for you. All right, that's it for today. A biento.